Bang, bang! What's going on, guys? You're tuned to another edition of the main event on Talkin Hands. As always, I'm your host, Preston, joined by my co-host, Mr. Danny Betts. We're going to break down this week's main event. Fight's not on this weekend. It is a Thursday night fight as Shakur Stevenson takes on Edwin de Los Santos. Before we get into that fight, recap the weekend that was. I don't know if there was any action. I think, Danny, you might have had a couple bets. Anything notable happen this past weekend in the boxing world?
Honestly, nothing crazy. We had a couple of little cards here and there, whatever. I took a couple L's, um, but no big fights or anything like that. Betting wise, I did not do good. So hopefully we could bounce back with these fights. I'm kind of pissed. This is a Thursday. I don't understand why there's no
Yeah.
like big competition or anything on Saturday. I mean, there's a UK card which is early. I don't know. It's weird, but I mean, hey, Thirsty Thursday. I guess I'm gonna stay up late for that one and go work a little buzzed.
Yeah, because this is actually two very good fights with two premier guys like at the top of their weight class.
Yeah.
So we can jump right into it. We'll start off with the main event. Obviously, that's a fight that I think everyone's here looking forward to. Current odds at our favorite book, mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS, 50% deposit bonus credit debit, 100% Bitcoin. Use the Bitcoin mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS. Current odds have Shakur Stevenson, heavy favorite, minus 1,200. Comeback on Edwin de Los Santos, plus 800. Round prop, over under 10.5. Heavily juiced to the over, minus 280 to the over. Danny, does Shakur Stevenson continue dominating, or does the power of Edwin de Los Santos uh, pull off the upset and shock some people?
I love this fight, man. Sleeper fight. I know a lot of people are not gonna know about Edwin de Los Santos. I've been following him for a while. Um, I like following the fighters that get signed by Samson Lukowicz. That's how you pronounce his name? He's a really good promoter. He finds really good talent. He found Manny Pacquiao back in the day. That's probably his best one, obviously. Um, but yeah, this dude, he was raw. He had a lot of fights in Dominican Republic. You know, regional talent, things like that. He always had power, but he wasn't polished at all as a boxer. But over, a couple of fights, he's been getting better and better. He did lose to William Foster, who I bet on this past weekend. I lost, but Foster is pretty decent. But his IQ is good because Edwin de Los Santos got a lot of early knockouts early in his career. So there was question marks about his gas tank. So Foster was like not really doing much the first couple of rounds, just grabbing on him, like making him work, and then he got him tired, and then he won a decision later on. He picked it up and won a decision. Really smart IQ by Foster, but that was a learning curve for Dos Santos, man. Ever since that fight, I'm still mad at myself. He was a big underdog against Venezuela.
Yeah.
I think his KO was like plus 1,000, which is wild because he definitely has power for sure. He knocked him out. That was kind of like a wake up call for people to understand who De Los Santos was. And his last fight, man, he impressed me a lot because he fought Joseph Adorno, which is a Puerto Rican cat that he's durable as hell. He has some good pop and he don't care. He'll fight anybody, any weight class. And he made him look ordinary, man. But what I was impressed with was his boxing skills. Like Dos Santos wasn't like what he usually was, pretty kind of reckless in a way, trying to just kill his opponent. Here was more patient, fighting off the back foot, picking his spots, still explosive, has a lot of power still. He's only 24. He's actually younger than Shakur, which is crazy. He looks like he's, my age, 34, which I look young, by the way. But, yeah, this dude, I mean, he's getting better every fight. But, I mean, we're talking about levels here. Shakur Stevenson, one of the best boxers out there. For me, like I said, I've always said he's probably the best management of distance in boxing right now. Like, the dude will make you miss, and, like, he's going to hit you. And lately, he's been sitting on his punches. He's had one fight on 135, which was an easy KO against the Chinese fighter. I can't pronounce his name, but we caught it. I was pissed because I got a little greedy. I said round 7 to 12 because I think his decision was like minus 300,
Yeah,
but I think he knocked him out in round 6.
yeah,
I see him in this fight, De Los Santos, man. He's gonna be more patient than usual. I think it's gonna be a slow paced fight in the beginning, and Shakur's gotta be careful because De Los Santos definitely has a punch.
yeah,
So the way that De Los Santos I saw in his last fight, he learned how to be more patient, box a little bit more. I could see this being a slow paced fight in the beginning, and I mean, there's no way in hell De Los Santos is gonna outbox Shakur Stevenson. So for me, this is a clear decision for Shakur Stevenson. It's minus
yeah.
250. I mean, the bookies know that. They thought they knew that in the last fight, which I knew the KO was live. But this one, for sure, I really think he gets the decision because De Los Santos, from what I've seen, he's pretty durable. And the way I see this fight going, Shakur can't get too reckless. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a party piece for me. I'm me personally. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna bet 2 leg parlay Shakur Stevenson by decision and Diego. Um, no, I forgot his name. Diego that's fighting on Saturday by knockout is like minus 250 also. So it's probably like plus 115 or something like that, almost
Yeah.
even money. That's the way I'm going. Um, but yeah, we got that other fight with Navarrete. We want to talk about that later. But what do you think about this fight, P?
For sure, for sure. Dixon, the fight is actually this Thursday. I know, kind of a weird uh, scheduling like mishap, but this Thursday, EQ fight goes the distance. It's
He thought he
juiced.
was Regis.
Yeah, yeah, pro gray. That fight's December. That's a big one. Every week, I
Yeah.
think, till
Yeah,
December
we
9th, we're pretty loaded. And then we did have the Anthony Joshua card got announced today, too. So it's a great one. Salute Dixon. Dixon cashed a plus 2,000 ticket. Fury to get knocked down and win by points. Also had to play both pairs to get knocked down. Fury to win by points plus 7,000. Crazy
Yes, sir.
special props. Yeah, that's going to be tough because it's
With
going to
this
be
one.
hard to argue with anything that Danny said. Uh, Shakur by decision. Pretty safe to me, as he alluded to earlier. De Los Santos, crazy power. Every punch, I watched the Venezuela fight twice. Every punch he threw at this guy was like jumping. Like, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, this is nuts. And he just got hurt by every single punch. So, yeah, Shakur Stevenson, he's not stupid. He's a very intelligent, smart boxer. He will not put himself into harm's way. Maybe you can get a better line live early, but even then, I don't think that's going to be too feasible. Shakur Stevenson, elite boxer. Dixon asking, do we think anyone would get a knockdown? My, I don't
That's
think
tough
it.
to call.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen because if Shakur Stevenson wins, I think it would be a TKO stoppage, accumulation of punches against the
Yeah.
ropes late in the fight. I don't think he's got good decent power, but I don't know if he has like the big one hitter like knockdown power. Because I do think if either guy got flash knocked down, I think they both would get up and the fight would continue. But this one, I don't think there's going to be a knockdown. Uh, I think it's going to be, hate to break it to people, I think it's going to be a pretty meh type fight. I think Shakur is going to get the win, get out of Dodge, go on to bigger and better things. And yeah, just put on a boxing clinic. Uh, and do you think De Los Santos could catch Shakur coming in, knock him down, or do you think Shakur could put De Los Santos down?
If is anybody Shakur getting a knockdown, if you want to take a, I don't think he does. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like Tyson Fury was way more obvious, but I mean, De Los Santos never been knocked down, so and Stevenson not the craziest power, but it would be Stevenson for me if there was a knockdown.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think God damn it, he said it right. I think you can play it pretty safe. Fight goes a distance, Shakur by decision. Seems fairly safe. This fight could have a knockdown, though. Co-main event, a return of Emmanuel Navarrete taking on Conceição. Navarrete got a huge win last fight. Took out our guy Valdez. Kind of, I guess, not super shocking, but the way he beat him, I was surprised. Emmanuel Navarrete, tall, long, lanky, still looks great for the weight class. Big, awkward style, and comes in this fight pretty big favorite. The price could be justified though. Current odds, mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS. Manuel Navarrete, same odds basically, minus 1,200. Conceição plus 700. Fight goes the distance is minus 110. So minus 110 both ways, even money. Navarrete by KO, even money as well. Little plus money, shop around at your favorite book. Mano Navarrete by TKO KO plus 100 to plus 110. Danny, does the run by Navarrete end here, or does he keep it rolling?
No, I love Navarrete in this fight. It's crazy because Conceição had a fight. He literally had a fight like I don't know if it was the day of or the day before. That he got the call to fight Navarrete. He's like, oh, okay, so that fight got canceled, which sucked for the other guy. I forget who was gonna fight. Hold on, I'm trying to look it up right now. Herberto Gallardo, whoever the hell that is. I don't know who that is. But yeah, I like Navarrete here. You know, he moved up a weight class and he had a little test against Wilson his first fight, but then, you know, he got the stoppage in that fight. The Valdez fight, man, I knew he was definitely live, but man, the beating that he put on Valdez was crazy. Like, Valdez's eye was so bad, like swollen. And remember, half that fight, Navarrete was fighting with a messed up hand. Like, he hurt his hand like in the 6th round or something like that. And he was still throwing it and stuff, but you could tell it was bothering him. So I question, like, if that wasn't hurt, he probably would have stopped him late. He could have. I mean, he almost did anyways. That ref or that doctor could have stopped that.
Yeah.
And we know Valdez is tough as hell. Like it's like he don't get knocked out. And that showed me a lot, man. And I think we're getting a good price here. Conceição is good. He's a former Olympian, good technical boxer. His gas tank is questionable though. Every fight.
Yeah.
Second half of the fights, when he fought Valdez, that was his downfall. Even though I still think he edged that one out when he fought Valdez, he got too tired and Valdez, you know, kind of took the late rounds or whatever. And I think the knockout late is live. I think it's like plus 110 for the regular knockout, and round 7 to 12 is like plus 210. I think that's when it happens later on. I would take both, honestly, but I mean, it depends what Conceição could take. It's just like he's never fought somebody like this that throws so many different angles, crazy shots like that. Like, Conceição's fought Shakur and Valdez, of course, great fighters. Shakur almost got the knockout. Like, he hurt him bad, but he kind of like let him go late. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't put the foot on the gas later on in that fight. And Navarrete is not that guy. He's going to keep going, swinging away. I like the stoppage. I like the stoppage later, like round 7 to 12. I love Navarrete in this fight. I think he whips his ass pretty much, at least the second half of the fight, because, like, Conceição going to make it interesting in the beginning, but Navarrete is just going to bombs away, baby. Like, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, Navarrete's a guy I don't say I've been wrong on, but each fight he impresses me more and more. And he throws so many punches at so many different angles where you think it's an uppercut, then it's a straight. Then he's, dipping down, just everything he does in the ring. And he's so long where it's going to be hell for Conceição. That pressure, round 6, 7, 8, up to the end of the fight, it's going to be torture for him. I think that's, spoiler, but I think Navarrete by KO is going to be my best bet. for this weekend. Conceição did go decision
Mm-hmm.
versus Valdez. He did go decision versus Shakur. But Navarrete's different league with the punches he's throwing, the amount he's getting out there. He's cutting like every fighter he fights. He's put in punishment. These aren't like pitters. Like they don't look like super hard. They add up, and then they're just getting lumped up bad.
Yeah.
Like what's how he fights. So I think Navarrete does get him out of there stoppage. I like your look late round there, 7-12, quite a bit. I think Navarrete does get it done, and then who knows where he goes from there because he's
So
sky's the limit.
they're talking about. There's a reason why they put him on this card as a co-main event with Shakur Stevenson. They're talking about in the future those two guys going at it. So he even said like Naruto's like, I want to put a great performance on this type of card.
Yeah.
Especially with Shakur fighting in the main. I can see myself fighting him, and you gotta be motivated for that. You know what I mean? So that's another extra edge that he's gonna go for the knockout, in my opinion. Because how, like, if you're a fighter, you're thinking like, okay, he fought Shakur. Shakur couldn't take him out. Valdez couldn't take him out. So I'm gonna take him out. That's how I would think. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I think he's gonna have a nice performance, crazy performance, nice knockout.
Yeah, I like Navarrete here large. I would not like his chances versus Shakur Stevenson as much. I think Shakur could do what I thought Oscar was going to be able to do, but Oscar just got beaten to the punch literally way too often. And I think Stevenson could negate some of that pressure with slick counter boxing. Those are our two big fights. I can touch on just got announced today. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder co-headliners pay-per-view Saudi Arabia December 23rd. Any early thoughts? I guess Anthony Joshua taking on Otto Wallen. Otto is the guy who fought Tyson Fury 2-3 years ago, gave him a tough fight. So not an easy matchup for Joshua. And then Deontay Wilder taking on Joseph Parker, another fairly dangerous fight there. So hats off to both those guys. That's not a bad fight at all. Any early thoughts on that? I assume pay-per-view matchup next month.
I try to stay away from the Anthony Joshua fights. I mean, yeah, I can't trust the guy for real, man. I think he left. I saw something that he left Derrick James, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he?
Yes, I think I saw something yesterday. I don't know how true that is. I don't like that personally, but yeah, like I usually try not to bet those, but I am interested. I gotta dig into it more, but I am interested in the Parker fight. We'll see. But yeah, decent card. Everybody's trying to fight in Saudi Arabia because that's where the money's at.
Yeah, they're getting stupid amount of money. Yeah, it is quite wild. And then I did see. Do you know why Terrence Crawford got stripped of his championship?
I haven't really dug into that. No, to answer your question, really.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw they promoted Ennis, right? Ennis is a champion now.
Ennis, baby. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My guy. I do know this, though. The IBF is, like, the most strict. Like, WBC or WBA or whatever. So I don't know, because obviously IBF is the one belt that you can't rehydrate over 10 pounds after you make weight too. Like they're pretty strict, but I don't know why they stripped them, honestly.
Yeah, I saw that pop up like a couple days ago, so I was a little curious. But hopefully Crawford gets a fight announced soon because I'm sure he's hungry for a big fight. Next week, obviously, we have our big pay-per-view fight, Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. We will go over that fight. For now, best bet. Danny, your best bet this week on the Stevenson de Los Santos fight. Or you can do Navarrete as well. Trans-Canada, not a
fan. Hey, Trans. Hey, chill with the Browns, baby. We just beat the Ravens. And my Eagles are doing great, like always. Yeah, like we're both on the same page. I love the best bet is Navarrete by knockout. to play it safe. It's still like a little bit plus money, plus 110. I think it is. I might like do a nice little parlay like I told you with Stevenson by decision. Diego Pacheco by knockout. I know you're just trolling, bro. That's probably like a little bit plus money, and then I might do like a little triple, a 3-legger, around 7-12 for Navarrete knockout plus Stevenson decision, and Diego knockout. I think it's plus 510 if I check right. So, but yeah, Navarrete knockout, baby.
Yeah, no argument here. I thought Oscar Valdez was going to get the job done versus Navarrete. Navarrete impressed me a ton, and Conceição I don't think is on that level at all. So, Manuel Navarrete by KO, current best line I've seen plus 110. I would get on that sooner rather than later. I'm sure come fight night, it'll be juiced a bit because everyone will likely bet that. So, Manuel Navarrete by KO for my best bet. That'll do it for us, guys. We will be back next Tuesday. Like I said, Andrade taking on Benavidez. We also have Charlo's fighting again, and
A good card.
I believe
Larry
your guy,
Matias,
yeah,
my
Matias,
guy.
he's fighting as well. So we'll have basically a full card breakdown next week. Should be quite fun.
I'll tell you right now, the bookies give me a good line. It's another max bet and cast it last time. So we'll see. I'm ride or die with that guy, bro. Ride or die.
Yeah, I'll have to watch some of his opponent, but Matias looks to be the real deal as well. And that they're, like Trent said, let's get that bag. Let's get to the money. And we will see you guys next week on the main event on Talkin Hands. See you guys. Peace.